All right, welcome back to the channel, Computer Science Study Guide. Uh, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be covering Module 14 today, Troubleshooting Windows After Startup. So if you're new, please subscribe. If you like the content or find it useful, please hit the like button and leave a comment. All right, so let's go right into question number 1 on Module 14. It's going to be, which of the following Windows tools is used to measure how well software and hardware are performing by displaying statistics in real time? So the first possible answer is data source. That is not it. Your system configuration. System configuration is going to allow you to change some configurations for your system, but it's not going to display any statistics. All right. So it'll allow you to make changes or see the current settings, but it won't show you any statistics. All right. So the correct answer is performance monitor. All right. Your performance monitor will show you real time, your stats, network information, CPU, even some of the temperatures on your CPU and things like that. But it'll tell you like what's going on right now. So if you want to see and find out, how something is performing or how much network usage you're using or things like that, the performance monitor is where you would go. All right. The event viewer would actually save that information, so you can go back and see when there were warnings or things that happened in the log type situations, and kind of see if you don't want to watch it in real time. Hey, what happened last night or what happened yesterday? If the computer was slow or something was going on with it. So you can go back and see it then. But the performance monitor is going to show you in real time. The event viewer will allow you to go back and see it in the future. So the correct answer for question 1 is your performance monitor. All right. Next we have question 2. Question 2, which of the following task manager tabs on a Windows system is used to display the processes owned by each signed-in user? So which of the following task managers tab on a Windows system is used to display the processes owned by each signed-in user? All right, so the first option is app history. That's just going to tell you information about that particular app. That wouldn't really help you. Startup would tell you what programs are going to start with startup, but it's not going to tell you who owns those programs, what user owns them. Processes, the same thing. It's going to give you some information about each process that's running, but not the user information. The correct answer for number 2 is users. Users, they'll break it down by each app by users and what apps belongs to what user. All right. So the correct answer for question 2 is users. Next, question number 3. A technician is troubleshooting Windows BSOD or blue screen of death error. The technician wants to check the memory installed in the system. Which of the following tools is used to launch the Windows memory diagnostic tool? All right. So it looks like here the first choice is the correct answer. The MD sched.execute command that will allow a technician to check the memory installed in the system. The rest of them, task schedule, we'll see what tasks are scheduled. Allow you to look at the tasks that's scheduled or add tasks, schedule additional tasks. Your computer management will allow you to do several things as far as managing the computer, but it won't let you check the memory installed. And the DX DIAG, same thing. It'll do certain checks for you, but it won't do the memory, let you know how much memory is installed in the system. All right. So the correct answer for number 3, once again, is MDSHED.exe. On to question number 4. A user wants to adjust the number of horizontal and vertical pixels displayed on a monitor screen. What display setting will the user adjust? All right, the first one, refresh rate. That is incorrect. The next possible answer, multiple displays. That's not going to show you the number of vertical and or horizontal and vertical pixels displayed on the monitor. Color depth, same thing. It's not going to do that either. The correct definition of resolution, which is the correct answer, is the number of horizontal and vertical pixels displayed on a monitor screen. So the correct answer for number 4 is the resolution. On the number 5, a Windows user is attempting to exit a locked-up desktop application that is not responding to mouse or keyboard input. Which of the following steps can be taken to end the application process without exiting other open applications? So the first answer, or the first option, open Task Manager and end processes associated with the application would be the correct answer. That way, if it's hung or whatnot, it's shutting it down if it's not shutting down by itself. The other options, press the computer power button and hold it for 5 seconds. That'll shut the computer down. So that's going to do a hard shutdown, and you kind of don't want that if you got other things running or you're in the middle of doing something. You just want to shut that task down. You can open a task scheduler and end the scheduled tasks associated with the application, which most of the time it's not going to be scheduled. It's going to be opened by a user, and then it's going to be closed by a user. The last one, restart Windows and relaunch the application to verify it will launch. That would take more time. So the correct answer once again is open Task Manager and end the process associated with the application. All right. On to question number 6. On a Windows computer, which tab can be used in Task Manager to set the priority given to a specific application or service? So for this tab will be the Details tab. The Details tab will allow you to change the priority or see the priorities or move them around. So the correct answer for number 6 is Details. The Performance tab wouldn't do that. It would show you apps that's open or what's being involved, what the CPU is doing and all that. Show you some stats, but it won't show you the priorities. Startup, same thing. You can add the order that you want things to start up in, but wouldn't allow you to prioritize. And then process is the same thing. It'll tell you about the processes that are currently running, but it won't give you information about their priority. All right, so now on to number 7. A Windows computer is experiencing a problem accessing the internet. The network patch cable and network interface card have been tested and verified to be working properly. What steps should be considered next to resolve this problem? So here we have the first possible answer, update network settings. That would be the correct answer. Once you do that, hopefully everything will come in. But compare it with the other answers, disable application startup. That wouldn't won't do anything as far as your accessing the internet. Kill task, same thing as if you got an internet connection. If something's hung, it will be hung, but you would still be able to go reach the internet with other applications and whatnot. And restart services wouldn't really help because the network is not a service, so you can actually get on the internet without some services being down. All right, so the correct answer once again is update network settings. Now number 8. A technician mistakenly uninstalled an application that is crucial for the productivity of the user. Which of the following utilities will allow the technician to correct this issue? So once again, the first answer, System Restore, is the correct answer. Because as we look at your system configurations command or system configuration. It'll allow you to configure to order to change some settings around, add hard drives, things like that, or to configure the system. Sorry, hard drive is computer management. Compound services wouldn't do it, nor would computer management. Computer management will allow you to add additional hard drive or manage your hard drives, things like that. But it wouldn't allow you to allow the technician to correct or someone uninstall an uninstalled application. Right, so the correct answer once again is system restore, to restore that. On to question number 9. A user is attempting to launch a Windows utility from a command prompt, but is receiving a message stating that the user must be an administrator in order to use the utility. Which of the following best explains the reason the user receives this message? All right, so the first answer, the user is running a Windows Home Edition and is not a Professional Edition. That is incorrect. The user must run the command using the elevated command prompt. That is the correct answer. By elevated command, it just means being in excuse me. So that just means that the user has to have administrator privileges. Another name, another word for, or another saying for that, signing as an administrator or elevated command prompt. All right. The next one, the user is signed into Windows as a standard user. That is probably the case, or just without administrative privileges. You could be other types of users, but just not having the elevated command prompt. You might be signed in as an administrator, but you log in the command prompt and you don't use sign in as administrator on the command prompt, then it won't let you do that. The utility needs to be launched from the GUI. That's not correct. So once again, for question 9, the correct answer is the user must run the command using an elevated command prompt, or sometimes we say elevated privileges. And finally, question number 10. A Windows computer stopped printing to a directly connected printer, and the technician suspects a service may be at fault. Which of the following steps can the technician take to verify her suspicion? All right, so the first possible answer is the correct answer. Use the Services Console to stop and start the spooler service. So all you're going to do is basically reset that spooler service, turn that spooler off and back on like you would anything else. But the spooler, the software that manages the print jobs, it'll reset and then pick up any new print jobs theoretically out there, if that's just the case that the job got hung in the spooler. So the correct answer for number 10 is use Services Console to stop and start the spool service. All right, so that's all of chapter module 14, Troubleshooting Windows After Startup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video or find it useful, please click like and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thank you for joining. We'll see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day.